Hey everyone, it's Christine with Momspiration412, founder of EduPlay, and we are here for Momspiration Monday, and we are chatting all about potty training. So this was very important to me because first I am at that stage in our, training of our toddler. He is 2.5, Alex, and he's over there right now. And he will be 3 in December. And he started showing those signs. So I was like, all right, I know a lot of parents are going through these, and a lot of parents are, looking for what are the strategies that work for different kids, because every kid is different, right? We know that. We know that every kid is different for so many things, and potty training is no different. So I felt like this was a really good time to start talking about, potty training and different strategies and different techniques that we see and what works and what doesn't work. And I was so excited to see, some of these new strategies. There were strategies that I didn't even think of, or didn't even hear of myself. So I love opening the floor up to you guys as well, and to see what kind of strategies that you have used and what kind of things have worked for you or maybe have not worked for you, and starting to share these strategies and tips with each other, because that's what it's all about. It's all about being a supportive and encouraging community and offering the education in many, many different areas. Every part of raising children is learning every step of the way. So here we are. I want to help and I want to support you and encourage you with some of the strategies that we have seen and have used. So if you are hopping on, thank you so much. Welcome tonight. And please share with us in the comments, what ages your kids were whenever they potty trained. Or, maybe you're not at that stage and you're just looking for tips. Or tell us a little bit about your experience, because we want to hear everyone's experience. So I'll tell you a little bit about mine, and then I will go into a few tips that I found, a few of the strategies that people left on the polls, and hopefully everyone has successful time potty training. So thank you so much, and here we are. It is starting to be fall, right guys? We've had a couple chilly weekends, or I guess just this weekend, but I decided to come out because it's still decent enough, and wear my hoodie, because what better time? Ella, can you get my paper? She's out in the yard. I'm up here, but my paper fell down there. Thank you. Sorry, guys. So I love being outside, and I know that our days are limited, where we have this opportunity to be outside where it's decent. But thanks, honey. 1 second. Thanks, love bug. All right, we're all set now, guys. My hair's all blown everywhere. Got the hoodie on. We're enjoying our weather. I love summer, but I do love being cozy in a hoodie, right? Who doesn't love that? So, all right, guys, let's chat about potty training. And I'm trying to make sure that you guys can see me and it's not too dark. How's that? Is that better, guys? Looks a little bit lighter. All right, guys. So thanks so much. If you are joining us, please let us know what ages your kids were whenever they did potty train, or if you have any funny stories or tips or tricks or anything like that. So first things first, I want to tell you a little bit about our story. Both Ella and Alex at 18 months were excited and were interested in using the potty. So I really, I want to make sure I'm getting everyone there. Thank you. There. All right, now that I am a little bit better, now you can see some of our playground toys on our deck. Hey guys, how are you? So let's know the ages of your kiddos, and if and when you started potty training, and give me some success stories or some stories that were like, oh man, I have a couple, so we'll be sharing those. So at 18 months, I remember Ella and Alex both were interested. So when they started showing that interest, obviously I got them tomatoes. I got them the potty seats. I got the seats that go on the potty, and I got the actual little potty chair. So just starting to get them interested in the potty. You know, whenever I would go in the bathroom, they would come in and we would talk about what's going on, and we would talk about the potty, and we would talk about all different things. And it really helped for them to become familiar and comfortable in the bathroom. So both of them, I was shocked because obviously as a new parent at 18 months, you think this is so early for them to go to the bathroom. And obviously the pediatrician totally agreed, you know, that was very early. Well, Ella, it was before Alex was born. So when Alex was born, she totally regressed. And she was like done. And I was like, you know what? That's fine. Like, for me, it wasn't about like getting them done and getting them potty trained and let's get out of the diapers. Obviously, we would love that, right? I would have loved to have one potty trained before Alex came along, right? Who doesn't love that? So, was I a little discouraged? Yes, but I also knew she wasn't quite ready. So, you know, she regressed. She went back to wearing pull-ups or whatever it may be. And now here she is. I mean, now I know she's 4.5 now, but she wears underwear all the time. I don't even put pull-ups on her at night, and I didn't even wear pull-ups on her often whenever we were, you know, done potty training. You know, she had them on for a little bit, and then I took them off. So I feel like, yes, it was great at 18 months, and she tried it out, but because she was a little bit older, she was then able to understand it a little bit better. You know, so for her, I made this big sticker chart, and it had Mickey on it and Minnie, you know, things that were really exciting to her. And what I did was I had all of these boxes so we can put stickers. So I got all kind of sticker books, and I let her put a sticker on every time she went to go. Well, if she filled up that whole row, she was able, what'd you find? Look what she found. She found tomatoes from our garden, which we didn't even plant this year. This was from last year. I don't know how it happened, but thanks, babe.
Yeah.
So once she filled up an entire row in her sticker chart, I had Hershey Kisses down the side, you know. So she wasn't getting chocolate every time because obviously we don't want that for your teeth, or, you know, the M&Ms or jelly beans, you know. There's so many different tactics out there. And trust me, I started them. I was like, every time you go to the bathroom, you're getting an M&M. And then it was like, no, that doesn't work because that's a lot of chocolate. You want them to go to the bathroom and just go. So I would put Hershey Kisses, and once she filled up that row, she got a Hershey Kiss. So she did really well with that sticker chart, and that worked for her. So I was, again, at 18 months, Alex was doing the same thing, showing interest, and then he kind of just stopped. Was I discouraged? Yes, but, you know, I can't let it get to you. You know, you just have to be patient with them, and you have to just let it come on their own, right? You know, there's so many things in life that they're going to develop on their own, and potty training is a big one of those as well. So for Alex, you know, I was excited I was going to make him a sticker chart too, and he just wasn't into it as much. You know, he really didn't care for it as much. So I did chocolate for a little bit, you know, just kind of like with Ella. Of course, Ella then wanted a chocolate. So not the best situation, but now what I did for him is I just took everything off. I just took off his pull-ups, and I put him in big boy underwear, and I put him in shorts, and we just go with it, you know? So for him, it seems to work better. And obviously it's a boy and a girl. I mean, so it's different for boy and girls, you know? But for him, for both of them, which was very, it was good for them, was picking out their underwear. So they got to go with me, and they got to say, like, oh, I really like Mickey Mouse, or I really like princesses, or now Alex is into Spider-Man, you know. So they're excited to wear their underwear that they picked out, and they're a big boy and a big girl, you know. So that's exciting for them. Some more.
Yeah, some more. We got some more
Some
tomatoes.
More. Can you guys say hi to everyone?
Hi.
Wow.
We have to go get more.
Okay, well, don't pick the green ones. Leave the green ones. Okay, leave the green ones. No, that's all right. You leave that here out. Don't pick any more green ones. Sorry, guys. Little intermission there. I apologize for that. Hey, guys. So Caitlin said that great idea. Definitely try the sticker chart in Hershey Kiss. Yeah, it really worked. And I got a huge poster board. And I just used a ruler, and I made, you know, a chart with it. And then she just put her stickers on and got a Hershey Kiss. It really did work for her. Hey, Tara. We're talking about potty training. So if you guys have had success, let us know some of the strategies that you guys have used or, where you are in your stage of potty training because I'd love to hear and see where you're at too. So, like I said, just allowing them to kind of be a part of. What happened? Honey, can you get him? He hurt himself. Go see Daddy, bud. Sorry, guys. Are you okay? He's okay now. All right. Check him, though, because he said he fell on Daisy's bone. All right, guys. Here we go. I'm sorry. Hey, guys. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Deanna. So let me know where you are. And so a few of these things, the reward incentives, removing diapers and pull-ups, we talked about that. That was a big one. So that's what I did. Like I said, for Alex, I just totally took off the pull-ups. I said, you know what? You're excited enough and you're ready. I'm just taking the pull-ups off because he was relying on them to be wearing a pull-up, So I said, you know what? You get to wear your big boy underwear. And some days it was just underwear. I just let him run around in underwear, And we also did the timer system where I would set a timer for 15, 20 minutes and a fun song would go off and we would run to the bathroom, and we would hurry up and go. And sometimes it worked and sometimes he's like, I don't want to go. But I just you have to roll with it. You just have to kind of roll with the punches.
More.
And let them, thank you.
Hi.
And let them kind of.
I'm staying here.
Okay.
All day.
And let them kind of lead you along the way. So, that was kind of where we were at. I was excited for him and I just kept getting excited for him and it eventually got to the point where he was doing it more often, So the other thing about that was, with Alex, Becky, this is what I was going to say. Becky said that there is a Potty app and I heard someone say there's a Potty watch. So these might be some other things that get to, be a visual for you and your child, where I was just setting a timer on my phone and I just kept setting the timer over and over again, So when the timer went off, we would go to the bathroom. And then the more you get into potty training and the more they get into it, you kind of can see their sign. Like right before this video, Alex was sitting here kind of dancing and Ella does the same thing. Like she'll kind of move around a little bit and I'm like, it's time to go. Don't put them on the floor. Put them up here. You want them to keep them clean. They're kind of dancing and you kind of know, like, okay, let's go. And you make it fun and you make it exciting. And then if they do have an accident, I really try not to even be negative or not, I don't yell. I don't get upset. If they have an accident, it's just a little bit of pee, right? It's just a little bit of poop. Sometimes you just throw the poopy underwear away. Hold on, honey.
On that table?
Sure, you can put them on that table. Just be careful. You don't want to squish them.
Hey.
Sometimes if it's just a poop in the underwear, I just throw them away. It's just not worth it. It's not worth getting upset over. And you don't want to upset them over it either. That was a big part of it because you don't want that to make the process that much longer, So now I can kind of see and I kind of know, like, hey, he hasn't gone in a while. Let's go, And today this happened, I said, all right, in about 5 minutes, we got to take him to the bathroom. Well, we started talking. We're at an event, and he had an accident, So it kind of is upsetting because I knew if I would have taken him 5 minutes before, he wouldn't have had an accident, And it's just kind of reading those signs and waiting until they're ready to, kind of just continue the process. So just one step at a time and just continue to stay positive. And the other part about my positive language with them, it was never, you shouldn't pee in your pants. You shouldn't do this. I always would say to him, where do you pee? So it's trying to take that not out of something and trying to make it positive the whole time. Okay, buddy, I know you had an accident, but where should we pee the next time? And, where do we poop and where do, so just trying to continue to stay positive with them throughout the whole process. I'm going to check on some comments here. Tara said, ours was a Barbie. After she was fully trained, we did jelly beans. Daycare helped a lot. I heard that's huge too. You know, giving those small...
Can I have one?
You got to go take it inside and wash it. Those small incentives like jelly beans or chocolate or stickers, whatever it is, but then having a larger incentive as well, that's huge too. So, and then daycare help, that's huge. I mean, if you have daycare or if you have a sitter, you know, whatever the situation is, or yourself, you know, just...
one for you.
Okay, thank you.
I want one.
I don't want the green one, though. That's pretty green.
Okay.
Go wash the red one.
Okay. I washed this one for me.
Sure, go ahead.
I washed this one. Dad.
Go ahead. So, just staying consistent, you know, with the schedule, staying consistent with the rewards and the incentives. Hi, can you back up just a tad? Mommy's going to read some of these. Marianne said, at what ages were your children when you started after 18 months loss of interest? I would say around 2.5. So about 6 months. Please stop. About 6 months later. But I continued to let them go into the bathroom. And, honey, go down and see Daddy. I continued to let them go into the bathroom and, you know, sit on the potty. Or we would still try, but I knew they weren't quite ready, you know, to continue doing it consistently. So I would definitely say about 2.5. But every kid's different. Marianne, how old is your kiddo right now? And where are you at in your stage? Caitlin said, my son is extremely strong-willed and goes to the potty when he wants to on his own. After a holiday weekend, I'm thinking of trying to take him off the diapers. But we do daycare, so I have to plan the days so he'll be home to start this. That's a good idea. Even, well, you may be away, you may be out, Caitlin, for a holiday, for the weekend. But even the 3-day weekend, like I've heard that that's huge. You know, you take those 3 days, you know, a long weekend, and you're the one that's with them the whole time, that go see Daddy, go play with Daisy. That you just are constantly doing it, you know, and then you just tell if daycare's open to it and they're up for it, like, hey, we did potty training over this weekend. They're off the diapers, you know, but we still have to remind him to go. You know, I'm not sure how they would be with that, but I think that's pretty reasonable. Tara said that her Kennedy was 2 when she potty trained. And I'm going to read a few facts here that I found. Did Alex have a lot of accidents in the beginning? Yes. Okay, guys, so this is the other part of this.
I watched the green one.
Okay, you can watch it, but it's not going to taste very good. Alex literally, and the other thing was this. Let me show them what you wear. So right now, he's a little naked baby, but he has just these little drawstring. Say hi, everyone.
Hi.
He has these drawstring shorts or like the, you know, skirts.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Can taste it?
Sure, you could taste it. It's going to be sour. Just easy to pull on and easy to pull off kind of shorts. And right now, he doesn't even have underwear on, I don't think. Yes. So just something that's very easy. And about accidents, yes, we had a ton of accidents. Alex, go turn the water off. I can hear the water on in there. A ton of accidents. So what I do in my purse, number one, I always had pull-ups with me. So we transitioned to pull-ups sooner than I did with Ella. Only because of the whole Toys R Us situation. I used Toys R Us diapers when they went out of business. I just switched right to pull-ups, you know. So he was in them earlier, but it was just easier because they're easy to pull on and off, you know. So when I went to switch, I would carry pull-ups with me because obviously at nap time and bedtime, he's not ready for that yet. But I literally would probably take 3 or 4 pairs of underwear and shorts with me. Okay, baby. You can have them. Okay. Because then that way, if he has an accident, you know, if we miss it or whatever, all right, buddy, where do you go next time? You know, we just change the shorts and we move on. You know, I try not to make a big deal, but I still have him sit on the potty. Even if he has an accident, I still have him sit on the potty just to make that connection of, okay, you went in your pants, but we still need to go and try and pee on the potty. And a lot of times he still does. He still goes on the potty. So I think a lot of it is just being patient and just being calm throughout the whole thing. For him, just wearing underwear, I will tell you this, just wearing underwear around the house, it did get frustrating because he would have accidents, you know, and that would go on the floor easier than if he had underwear and shorts on, okay? Because having two things on, then it's absorbing it and it's just in the clothes, right? So that kind of helped. That's a little tip there. But another thing was like, okay, so I know now it's like summer's winding down, but if your area is private or if you have a room that has hardwood floors and it's not hard to clean up, they say like, let them go bare bum, and just let them run around. And once they get that feeling, either you're going to see it or they're going to see it or feel it, and just run them right to the bathroom. So that's another way. Marianne said, my son turned 2 in June. He really isn't showing any interest, but he does point to his bum after he poops in his diaper. So they said that is a huge sign that he's starting to get ready. So still be on the lookout. I would continue to offer those suggestions still, and still take him into the bathroom or expose him to those kind of things. Another thing that works or that could help with this is after he does go to the bathroom in his diaper, change him in the bathroom. So that kind of is still making that connection, like, okay, I went to the bathroom, but this is where I go to the bathroom. And another thing with that, once they do poop in their diaper, show them, and if you can, I mean, it doesn't always happen, but if you can, pop that poop into the toilet and show them, like, this is where this goes, and have them flush the potty, so it does kind of offer them that connection, and it will start making sense, and it will start, offering those connections for them. So let me know if you guys have any more questions about that or things that we kind of went through. Jess popped on. She said she's going to be doing potty training. She has a stubborn 3.5-year-old. So it is, every child is different, and every child shows those signs at different times. So I just say stay consistent, stay positive, and just continue to show them the experience, and just go through the experiences with them. Just continue to encourage them along the way. And I know Darlene popped on, and she said that she started as soon as they started walking, and just started to just get them used to it. Here's the potty, here's where I go, here's where you can sit while I'm going. And we did this too. You have a potty chair, and when you're going, they just sit there. They could be reading a book, whatever it may be, and just encourage them to try. You don't know when they're going to start and when they're not going to start. It's just all about encouraging them and helping them along the way and getting used to it. The other thing that we do, I have 2 or 3. I actually have 3 potty books that are in the bathroom. So at some points when they weren't quite ready, or, when they were like, oh, my belly hurts, or whatever it may be, I would sit them on the potty, and I would just sit with them and read with them. And if they do go, I make a huge deal about it. I just say, yay, this is so exciting, and just play it up so big, because they love that. They want to feel like they're getting bigger, and they want to feel like it's really, a big deal, So that was huge. Becky said this, which I didn't think of this one. Use the dry pants check. So where Sam would put a jar, her son Sam would put a coin in a jar for every half hour if his pants were dry. So he would take initiative and incentives for, checking, making sure he was dry. And if he was dry, he would put a coin in the jar. I really like that idea. Tips for using public restrooms while they're learning. So for Ella, obviously I try to carry a potty seat around with me, and it didn't work. It wasn't like, it was a foldable one, and for Ella, it kind of collapsed in, and it kind of made her a little fearful. So they say that whenever you're trying to potty train, you make sure you're finding seats that are stable, and that it's not going to make a negative impact on how they are using the toilet, because that was something that it didn't work well for us. That little foldable potty seat, I didn't use it after that, because it kind of scared her. So some things that we did, again, the same thing, just continuing to take them to the bathroom. Like, we'll go to the bathroom as soon as we leave the house, or as, we're getting ready to leave the house, I have them go to the bathroom. And then as soon as we get somewhere, I have them go to the bathroom. Because you figure at that point, it's been about 15 to 20 minutes that you've been in the car, whatever it may be, and we go to the bathroom as soon as we get there. And I just kind of keep on that 15 to 20 minute rotation of, oh, you know what? Okay, it's time for us to go again. Oh, it's time for us to go. So I just try to continue that positivity and that consistency of continuing to go. And sanitary wise, obviously we know bathrooms are filthy, public bathrooms are dirty. I have read multiple things, and you guys can help correct me if you know of something different, because I know I have a lot of nurses out there. But I have heard that a toilet seat is designed, obviously, if it looks dirty, it's dirty. Like, obviously, if there's pee on it, if there's toilet paper all over it, like, go to a different stall. But toilet seats are designed to be the thing that, like, doesn't attract the germs, or they don't, hold the germs on. They said the toilet paper is actually the thing that is the most germiest in the bathroom, because all of those, whenever you flush, the water that splashes up, the toilet paper is right there. So for me, I wasn't a huge stickler on like not sitting them. I mean, I try to hold them as much as they can, but obviously if they are, if they touch it or whatever, obviously you keep their hands away from their face, away from their body, hurry up and pull their pants up and get in there. And I let them wash, but then I also wash with them again, so they get that double wash. So it's not ideal. It's not the best, but, trying to find the cleanest stall that there is, trying to hold them as much as you can, because, you want to hold them up over it. The biggest thing for me is not, whenever you flush the toilet, have them turn away from the toilet or have them come all the way over to the other stall, because obviously their faces are right there by the toilet, right? And you don't want those splashes to come up and hit their face. Like, I think that's the most disgusting thing for me. So that was a big thing. So let me know if that helps, Caitlin, and let me know what you think about that, because it's not ideal. You could definitely put toilet paper or the seat covers around it on the toilet. But like I said, if you're out in public, I would still stick with the 15, 20 minutes and just, as they go, you continue to praise them, You can bring little things in your purse and give them a treat as they leave, or whatever the incentive may be that you have. But the more and more you do with it, you are trying to get away from giving them incentives each time, so that's something that you want to get away from, obviously right at the beginning. Yes, I'm going to give you, an M&M, I'm going to give you a jelly bean, I'm going to, here's your big prize, or, here's your Hershey Kisses and here's your stickers. But now for Alex, it's only been a couple weeks. I want to say this week was the first week I was like, I'm done with pull-ups, and I don't even give him any treats after he goes to the bathroom anymore. He doesn't ask for them. He doesn't want them. He's just excited to get into the bathroom. Do we have accidents? Absolutely. I mean, we just had 2 of them here at the house, So we get busy. They get busy, especially when they are playing. It's hard to kind of pull them away and have them recognize. But it's just a lot about being consistent and just not getting upset when they do have those accidents. They're going to get it. They're going to understand, and they're going to learn that they don't want to have wet pants, So that's my little tips there. I've heard of using Post-its to cover the automatic flushers. I never heard of that. That's a good idea, because you're right. Those things flush automatically sometimes when they're still sitting on them, because they're little bums, right? All right. I'm going to do a few more things that I saw here. Oh, Potty apps. So there are a couple Potty apps that I found. There is a Stop and Go Potty with Daniel, Potty Time with Elmo, and 123 Potty with me. So those were kind of cool incentives. I didn't use those, which I wish I kind of knew they were there, because I just used the timer and the hot dog song from my songs, But again, those are the stories that I have in my bathroom. I have 123P, which is a really great one. And I'll take a picture of these books and show you guys. I have a Daniel potty book and I have an Elmo potty book. So something for everyone out there. Another thing that someone posted about was a potty watch and cloth underwear that are like more for training, that they're a little bit thicker. And I did try those with Ella, and I didn't use them for very often. I only bought one package, and then that was it for her. But a potty watch, It has fun lights and music and timers for 30, 60, and 90 minutes. So, guys, why don't we think of these things, right? A little potty watch. It wasn't very expensive either. So if you are interested in that, if your kids are kind of interested in that, that was kind of cool. I'm trying to see if I wanted to tell you guys about the ages. It says it isn't until about 20 months. Toddlers still pee frequently, but once they can stay dry for an hour or two, it's a sign that they're developing that bladder control, and they're becoming ready for potty training. So, just some signs that they are getting ready. Another thing is if you kind of notice consistency in when they go to the bathroom with their bowel movements, that kind of helps too, because then you can start taking them, oh, okay, it's time. Like Ella, every morning, she'd get up and pee, and then within an hour, I'd know she'd have to go sit down and go to the bathroom again, So it's kind of just being aware of their schedule as well. And then obviously whenever they're starting to know, and starting to say that, oh, I just went in the bathroom, or I have to pee, or, that's a big sign too. And then dirty diapers we talked about because they don't want to hang out in those. It says here, this is what I wanted to tell you guys. Kids are generally not ready to potty train before the age of 2. And some children maybe wait until 3.5. But it's important not to push them, and be ready and be patient. All kids are different and their development is different, So between that 2 and 3-year-old stage, my computer got dark again, is, a good time to really, really try for them. And like I said, a lot of the positives, a lot of this is what we do, this is the positive, this is, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to make it so you can see me again. You went to the bathroom, and, trying not to say that diapers are for babies, or, your friend is doing it, or Ella's peeing on the potty, or whatever it may be. Try not to compare them, and try not to kind of make it negative, trying to make everything more positive. There we go. My computer got light again. I don't know. We talked about the pants. We talked about the talking, using correct bathroom language, peeing, pooping. This one even said like urinating. And, you can use more technical terms if you want. We don't, and it seems to work for us, but it all depends on what you want. Dressing for potty training, using clothes that are easy for them to pull up and down, and letting them help when they can. This is another one that's kind of big, and you kind of think it's small for us, is really just leading by example and showing them. You could tell them what to do, and you could, just like anything else, guys, right? We can tell them exactly what they need to do. But when we're leading by example and showing them exactly what they need to do, that's also helping them, and that's a visual for them, So that is helpful for them. So it's going into the bathroom and doing it either with them together, or, telling them as you're doing it. So you can even have pictures if you want. You want to make a picture schedule for them. You could totally do that, and just making that routine consistent. We talked about changing them in the bathroom or flushing. They can flush the poop if that happens to be in their pull-up. They can flush that. That kind of makes that connection. Picking the right potty. We talked about all this stuff. Switching to pull-ups. Finding something that is easy for them to pull up and down. So I know a lot of people go back and forth. Do we not do pull-ups at all because it feels like a diaper? Or do we do it because it's kind of like underwear, and you still have that, the ability to absorb if they do have an accident? So my saying, whatever works best for you and your family. For me, like I said, we transitioned to pull-ups much earlier than expected, but they work for us, and it seems to be easy for us, and he still seems to be understanding the difference, So we still put him in a pull-up for nap time and bedtime. And actually within this week, he has been showing signs, and he has been dry at nap time and dry at bedtime, So just as soon as they get up, running them to the bathroom and going to the bathroom. And that kind of helps. Like, hey, you were dry. Good job. Like, let's get in the bathroom. And they pee. And then you just tell them how excited you were that they had a dry pull-up, and you can give them a treat or whatever it may be, just lots of verbal praise. The other thing is, just I lost my train of thought, guys, there for that. Like we said, we talked about running bare bum. I totally lost my train of thought with what I was going to say to you, but just switching whenever you think it's the right time. And we talked about watching closely and watching for the signs. Maybe they're dancing. Alex, if he squats a little bit, or if he kind of is playing a little bit, you kind of know you got to make a beeline for the bathroom and make it exciting. Don't scare them. Don't, yell at them or, whatever it may be. Just kind of say, let's go, let's go, let's go. That's what we do. We make it real big and real exciting. And, if he's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, we're like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And you can wash your hands and you can do this and you can come right back to this, So making it exciting, making it like they're not going to miss anything because they hate to miss things. So keeping them motivated with small, tangible things, checking for dryness. Again, I keep saying it, being patient, that's the biggest thing, just being patient and being positive and just, being encouraging for them as the process goes on. Don't deny drinks. I didn't even think about this. I would hope this doesn't happen. But, don't deny drinks because obviously that's unhealthy for them. You want them to have enough liquid throughout the day, their water, and that also gives you a chance to have them go more often. If they're drinking a lot of water throughout the day, it gives them more opportunities to go to the bathroom throughout the day. So I think that's a little more positive. So avoid a bathroom battle, be patient, wait for your child to come around. Don't bring up the subject or compare him to his peers who are already in underwear. Wait for the signs of readiness and setting the stage and diving in. So I believe we talked about all the things that I wanted to get to tonight. If you guys have anything else any more questions or anything else that you think that maybe you want brought up, maybe there's something that you're going through right now that I could help with, please let me know. Maybe we've been there. Like I said, we're kind of in the process with Alex. We've been there with Ella. Does she still have accidents? Sometimes, and, she'll come in and she'll say, Mom, I had an accident. And I say, it's okay. Like, it's just getting a new pair of underwear on. It's just getting new shorts or new pants on. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. We all have accidents, Us as mothers, sometimes we sneeze and we have accidents now, right? Or we laugh too hard. I mean, that's just what it is now. It's reality. But I think the biggest thing is being consistent with them, being positive, and continuing to encourage them throughout the whole process. So if you guys have any more questions, any more strategies, or any funny stories that you guys have had, please let us know. We've all been there. My kiddo has had accidents in the restaurant. We've had accidents in the car. You name it. We probably have done it, but it's all part of the process. Don't be scared. Just let them be kids and just kind of go with it. Bring lots of backup clothes. And when you run out of backup clothes, put a pull-up on them. If it becomes too much, switch back over. Maybe they're just not quite ready yet. So continue to stay positive. You got this, mamas. I know you can do it. I know your kiddos can do it. They are going to do it. And it's all great. So let me know if you guys have any more questions or if you have any more strategies that maybe help other moms that are watching or listening. And we'd love to hear from you guys. So thank you guys so much for joining us. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful week. And remember, guys, see each moment as a chance to learn. Talk to you soon. Bye.